Hi, today we are looking at chapter 6, Chemical Kinetics. And kinetics is all about how fast something reacts. So some reactions are quite slow and other reactions are a lot faster. So kinetics is actually the study of how fast something reacts. And we have one essential idea in chemical kinetics. And that is, the greater the probability that molecules will collide with sufficient energy and proper orientation, the higher the rate of reaction. We're going to be looking some more at that sentence. So first we will look at the energy. We have that central idea here. So it actually says that if two molecules, like here, we have hydrogen gas and chlorine gas, and if they move towards each other with just a little bit of energy, and they collide, they don't have enough energy to actually make a reaction. So we will end up with those two molecules going apart, no reactions happen. In another case, the same two molecules can collide with more energy, so they move faster towards each other. If we have sufficient energy, a reaction will happen, and hydrogen and chlorine are bonded together. So we need enough energy for the reaction to happen. So now we know a little about the sufficient energy, but what about the proper orientation? So the proper orientation just says that the molecules need to be aligned so that they can react. So we see at the first picture here that they have the correct orientation for a reaction to happen. So products will be formed. In the other picture, we see that they don't have the correct orientation or the proper orientation. So in this case, no reaction will happen. And actually, the part about sufficient energy is called something in chemistry, and that is called activation energy. So if we remember from chapter 5 about the thermochemistry, we remember that we can have reactants at a higher potential energy, because we have potential energy along the y-axis and progression of the reaction along the x-axis. So if we have the reactants at a higher potential energy level and the products at a lower potential energy level, we know that the reaction releases energy. This is supposed to be an H, so delta H, the enthalpy. So if we have a reaction where we release energy, it's an exothermic reaction. But actually, what happens isn't that we go straight this line. What actually happens is that we need some energy for the reaction to happen. So we need to go up this energy to the transition state. And the transition state is where we are breaking the bond within a molecule and at the same time making the new bond for making the new molecule, which will be our products. And the transition state is always at the highest possible energy level. And then after reaching the energy to the transition state, which we need to go through to come to the products, then we go down in energy. So this part right here, where we go from the reactant to the transition state, that is called the activation energy. And that is the sufficient energy we need for the reaction to happen. We are now going to look at something called the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. So we're going to look at a YouTube video